Greetings, internetizens. This is Elmerthien playing the Roottrees are dead. In the last episode, I found the politician and both her moms and began to suspect that Edward the Roottree married a black woman. But off screen, I looked for this Dr. Wilson, whom Caroline the artist considered to be completely bogus. He's her brother-in-law. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices north of Pittsburgh. Stephen, then. Although there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to game the search results as he pops to the top every time. His website claims that he is the pediatrician to the stars. The only evidence for this is that he apparently was the doctor to the Roottrees sisters. Of course, they're related. There is a picture of him on his website, as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. They probably hate having their photo taken. Regardless, the photos have been added to your evidence. There is also a quote that, although credited to his child Jason, you suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He will treat your children like he would me, my big brother, or my sister. Jason has a big brother. Oh, and there, Jem is a sister. Yeah, here you are. No, this one's the shortest. I think he's the youngest. Yeah, Jason. Yeah. He's 10 now, right? Is this one a middle child, or is she just short because she's a girl? I mean, is this guy taller because he's a boy? Wilson. Wait, he just graduated, didn't he? We have a high school section. Maybe I'll find the doctor guy and the periodicals. Pediatrician to the stars. Yeah, he's in a different town. Oh, I've got them. Even if the middle girl is unknown. Oh yeah. They're probably still in college. Gwendolyn. Who did I just confirm? You know, this lady might be Gwendolyn. And supposedly she gave up on dreams for a boring man, as did Bonnie, so maybe they are both housewives. Not confirmed. Oh yeah, November Roottrees confirmed. Clark, what are you? Media guy after all. Not sure here. Didn't this generation mostly go into show business and stuff? We got 3 people named Kellogg, and I think the only place where that would fit is the boring man over here. And then David the Fourth and Bethany. Not sure. We've got a Rafferty remaining. It has to be Clark's other kid. I was wondering whose kid this was, or if it was Jane's other ex. Some guy called Chris. And I can't find him anyway. At least one alliteration goes here. No. The alliterations go here. Are they her? Are they hers? I wonder if what a name for a child involved in this candy business. I had a new thought about Gwen and the boys. This is 1958. I don't know when this is from. No, she was in Paris. When was she in Paris? She was probably in Paris multiple times. Gwen's in Paris. 63, those aren't her sons. Another idea? Tessa from the black and white picture. Who's here? Ernie's wife. Right, where's my motors? No. Well, first appeared in 1996. Their newest fixer. This is still gonna be Samantha, isn't it? Yeah, no. It's got to be Roottrees all the way down. This Rafferty's. Mrs. Jimmy. But their parents are in motors. Elias are in motors. Tessa? Well. Maybe. We've got a Wilkins somewhere, don't we? 74. Maybe you're Wilkins after all. Tessa. And you're a fixer. What am I even doing here? But we do only have one Wilkins on the list. I see. The occupation is called advertising. Hello, Clark. But what do I do with that Wilkins? No. Wrong button. Wilkins. I don't know who the husband is here. It's probably Kellogg. Who's Luisa Garcia? I see something. Jim and Diamond had a 2-year-old daughter they named Candy, but how old is this thing? 1979. The name is a bit too on the nose. Now, Jimmy, where are you? Here. At the time, might be their first child. The writer of the article did not seem too thrilled to report that fact. It's probably you. So Jim's father was connected through a massive company willing to be a client. Oh, but he was probably doing advertising for them too. Or was he doing something else? Must have been doing something for the company. Yeah, all of his old ad campaigns are hung over the record player. Well, I got Elias. Who should look similar to his father. I got Clark. I'm not sure with this lady. Is this not Elias? Is this little guy Elias? Hmm. Hmm. No, that's Edward. That's little Eddie. Hmm. Her face is the wrong way around. He doesn't look at all like this guy. Eli has to be the blonde guy. I just zoom the heck out and look around the house. Who are these people? Mystery comics. Who writes them? Issue number 32 contains your favorite case, the missing branch. A woman reveals she had a secret child and demands all its descendants share in her immense wealth. Her estate lawyers are perplexed. Who are these new beneficiaries? Their only clue is a note they found on her dresser. Look closely at the family tree. It will all become clear. The woman secretly hired an artist who specialized in tiny illustration to make sure they were included, despite her evil father's attempts to stop her. Oh. Her son-in-law decides to take her. What do you mean powerful magnifying glass? My phone, my pictures of flowers, my outlet, my radio. It throws my mouse around. Alright, you're probably not Tessa because your parents aren't in motors. And the alliterations are most likely that movie stars kids. RR. Who is RR again? Robert and Ronald? RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. RR was born out of wedlock. Is that why they're disconnected from the parents? After the divorce. Gwen. Pregnant again. Wasn't she? Hmm. We also plan to lean into alliteration. No, no, no. We have a child on the way. Alright, this is an earlier interview. And she was pregnant again with Mr. R who tried to remove someone. Oh yeah, yeah. 5 to 18 is this. Could you be on business watch? Nope. No, the person in question was born out of wedlock. He tried to remove his brother, didn't he? Or was someone trying to remove this mysterious person? Legal oddities. Maybe I can find you Penn Butler County Times. No, 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 no. Who is RR? Well, turns out Jem Wilson is up to 18. Kellogg. Kellogg the boring man. Now what to do with these other Kellogg's? Have I got the... Yes, I've got Clark and Eli. This Eli. But where's the motors? Wilkins, who are you? 1974. What happened in 1974? This was around 1996. She's gotta be young. But they married in 1974. Where was Gwen? Might be her child. I mean, their child might be Tessa's father. Hmm. She was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. So 58. 58 divorce. $74. It's 16. I don't think this dude got married at 16 or 15. I think Tessa's here. And she's a fixer. Is repairs here? Oh, mechanic for the machines. It's not manufacturing, that's just fixing the motors. And yeah, Wilkins. Nope, probably not the CEOs of motors. We'll fix it up. No. He had to be mechanic as well. 'Cause he taught her about fixing. Or did I get the wrong Eli here? I don't know with these ladies here. Do you actually work at a farm? This mysterious Sam. I got her. Ernie's mom. Hello, Wilkins. Oh, the lady is coming.
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation, but I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake, so I'll try to explain why. It's true, I'm working with lawyers, but not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers.
Oh.
I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the Five Pieces. The truth often isn't.
Yeah. I mean, looking at this youngest son, not only did he name his child after himself, it was a stupid name too. And he was a televangelist or something similar.
But with the
Some
plane
kind of
crash, the publisher
scummy
is
preacher.
rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand. That said, I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination. It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood relatives before they lock from here on out. I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
I was already using process of elimination. The locked space is personal to her. Ernie. Which one of you is Ernie Jr.? Bonnie, who are you? What was your job, everyone? This Chris Rafferty, who might he be? I haven't got this generation covered. Gwendolyn. I think I was trying to eliminate his brother. Jack, Christina, and Wolf. Oh. Which of these people is weird enough to name their kid Wolf? No. Oh yeah, you are more than... Well, I didn't exactly expect results, but I found someone named Penelope Tessa Green, a retired comedian. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start and first did her famously raunchy breast milk cheese routine in the 18s, before she was a TV star on Brother Trouble. Haven't I seen a mention of Brother Trouble somewhere? She retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers, doing more family-friendly materials. You'll find a picture labeled Joko Lantern as well as a different picture. Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets. Well, I got this kid named Jack. Oh, he's dressed like a teddy bear. Where's the lantern? I expected a laughing pumpkin. Penelope Tessa Green? Wasn't there a Jack? Yes, Jack. Only one Jack here. And we've already got the mom here. Oh, and these are mud scents. This Jack has to be somewhere around here. Mhm. The Laugh Lounge. That's it. Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. The showrunner was small screen director Ron Roottrees. Ronald. Two boys. Yeah, but is she actually raising two boys? Hmm. Wow. Skateboarding. Jane Eyre. Ron, are you actually her husband? Mhm. I wonder if you're on Starlet. Head of RR production. found Robbie. What kind of rumors? Find a comment on a Usenet board. Oh right, they had brother troubles. So Robbie Roottrees. There's not much relevant information about Robbie. There's a comment thread on a message board. Why was Brother Trouble cancelled? TV tropes reference. I think it's because the writing went really downhill in season 2. I actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Maybe it's due to the rumor about Ruby Roottrees in Silver Screen magazine. Magazuna. Oh, well, this is much better. Yes. It was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine. And the website redirects. Now, don't blame nepotism, he gets results. After finding some small screen success, first as director for many soap opera episodes, then stepping in as the showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the US, but grew up in Paris, with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. Which one is older though? It's probably Ron. He brings a special kind of charisma and has an eye for unusual shots. His younger brother has script punch-ups. He's thought about bringing him into the fold. Does that make him a script writer? A small rumors article from 1992 that claims that self-taught television screenwriter Robbie Roottrees was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. It seems he, again, allegedly embezzled from the company RR Productions to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And that's why his brother tried to remove him. He fled to Paris where he grew up and then, again, allegedly assaulted an officer who came to question him. The article's author says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source, and were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving a Robert Roottrees around the time that Brother Trouble was cancelled. What? Nothing. I wonder if I get any. I don't get anything on her. nothing. Hmm? Do I find the check? Nothing, of course. I don't think those are her boys. It wouldn't make sense. Those are different boys. So, Ernie Jr. somewhere around here. And I don't think Clark has the glasses. And we might be missing a woman on that picture. Yes. I think that's Ernie Jr.'s sister. Hello, Ernie. Before Clark and the other Madsen. She looks younger, okay? Alright, she's the sister then. Alright. Let's look at the candle picture. Where are the candle ladies? This is Laugh Lounge Boy. This is probably still Jack. Or not? 1997, 1994, that's probably still Jack. Shiva Candle. No. This is Debbie. This is his wife. So yeah, Gwyneth has to be the sister. But wait, if there's a picture, then maybe Ernie is the younger one after all. Gwyneth with this face and occupation unknown. Hello, Deborah. Oh, you are Ernie Jr. And you're the president before Mr. Carroll. Yeah, Ernie. It would be all the presidents eventually. Now, Debbie is probably the one with the breasts. Debbie. Here we've got the little girl. And that would be Nicole. Little Nicky Manson. Yes. She's a small kid. Well, turns out the boys were her sons after all. I found all the presidents! What about these people? What about the Jack? Alright, he has to be the other flower guy. We've got two Kellogg's here. Some Sam Cattrall and his daughter Stephanie. For actual Roottrees. Yeah, I think Sammy Boy is here. And Luisa Garcia is someone's wife. Ooh, who's this John Monroe? Any relation to Marilyn Monroe? It was a pseudonym anyway. You're both Kellogg's. Gotta be Steph. Well, I looked up this Sam lady. According to a publisher's website, 6 Pieces is an upcoming book by Sam Madsen. There are no further details about its content or release date. I wonder if the book has been made. This book has not yet been released. What does this mean? Ho ho ho, 6 pieces, you say? Was she a secret sibling? Clancy Jr. volunteered, and he was at the meeting. But does that mean anything? Would it be just because he was a potential heir? Or was he in the corporate world? Carl, maybe I'll find something from the Sun. Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant Okay, Mesteto, mother. No, I need something about Carl's father. Ongoing coverage of Uso in the color purple. Ernie. Other blood relatives refuse to fund anything other than candy. Yeah, Watchman of the Year. Yeah, this is Penny. Yes, the camera. Yes, stay strong for Nicole's sake. Could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Oh yeah, some kind of medical issues were involved. Patch. This is the mystery block. Yeah. Eli designed a warehouse. Definitely an architect. We see. Shows a path of knowledge, but what does that mean? Local art, that means there has to be some kind of art gallery. this point I might as well have to get a hint from the little rubber ducky. No, she just squeaking. No, this is about one of this Tommy guy's shows. Carson. Oh yeah, they changed this actor. Oh, yeah. X marks the spot. Library page. Let's check the library. Yeah, court series. Oh, maybe she got a new diary book? Oh, sorry. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. The death of Elias changed her outlook on certain subjects. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes. The new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and the re-release of Lawrence's diary. Elias died, and during the reading of his will there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottrees. Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance. Sammy, where are you? Here. Of course, Ernie. Oh yeah, he was getting some support. He had a stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related. None of the 5 pieces were surprised that the secrets came out. It was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias and Patricia. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote that. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. All my doubts are ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she the chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. I wasn't supposed to just guess my way to her. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long time since any real Roottrees was as excited and interested in the actual candy as Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandmother. Adopted grandmother somewhere. Oh, maybe the adopted grandmother is somewhere around here. Adopted grandfather. Oh, yeah? Oh, she's adopted, isn't she? Are you saying she might not be a blood relative? Well, I'm most ashamed of it. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course. But I guess that skips a generation. Her children have that covered. Thick glasses. So Gwenny is this one. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they heard the farm's operation would pass to Samantha Roottrees for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zack was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Pop warned us away from that farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. What does that mean? That he was a walking red flag that couldn't get a girlfriend? Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Easy. Wait. There was something about a curse. There's a long, rambling conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says the Roottrees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following. Important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottrees company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. And Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. There's another entry that it claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull, a secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners simultaneous 4-day time cubes. The author of this site seems to agree. An entry from a few months ago claims the owner of the site received an email from Chris Ruff 75 Prodigy US asking him to take down his site with fake proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. Suspicious. The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurry picture of the Roottrees Candy Company factory. Seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29, 1996. The website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. He seems to have a few different sites about mysterious deaths and curses. Oh, does this even lead anywhere? Of course. Spirit really stands for Satan's plague is returning in 2000s. Oh. Is this a reference to something? More conspiracy websites. What is that? An ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it first released. What does it do? Mind control. Oh. It seems to be an emulsifier in chocolates approved by the FDA. No. Leap years. What? Like leap years are the death zone of time? What the heck is a time cube? Oh, I know that in Snailiad, the boss rush upgrade of Spacebox is called Time Cube. Anyway, EC. Who is EC? I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problems with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. EC. Who is EC? Well, mm, I don't think it's him. Surely not. What would he be doing here? What would he be doing now? Looking for pretty blonde ladies to impress with his unhinged political takes again. Miller. Do we even have a Miller on the list? No. Or an EC even. Clark. I get deja vu. Clark's gotten married again. No. No Roottrees has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Quinn divorced while Bill just before she had her second. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. Oh, maybe that's easy. No, EC is a farmhand, supposedly. EC posing as a farmhand. Eli C stepped up in help. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Advertising guy. Here you are again. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seems fine and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock. Who knows what causes those things? I suspect he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. They wouldn't last as a trio. There are 4 Elis, for Pete's sake. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, or my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, or Miracles Eli, or Eli C. Their family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. They don't call him a junior, though. It's just the 4th. It goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it goes out of the window. I think Gwendoline, maybe, got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's 'cause there's no female equivalent of junior. And just say junior again. Is that how the name Margaret came to be, from mixing stuff up a lot? Gwendoline isn't all that weird. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government has problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news that they got my father's name backwards. A fun bonus. This is the first thing he could find that he ever wrote. He knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and he believes, based on the teacher's name, she must have been in the 3rd grade. He doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but he does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town, and she hooked him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry. I am glad she is gone." Oh. Oh, interesting. There's some cheating afoot. This is a lot of stuff. Oh, the flavors are not the same as back then. I can't anymore. Is news alert a hint? Junior, always first son. I get... no. Well, they named the kid Ron Junior. Did they actually give up dreams to become housewives? I don't know. Eternity? That farm. What do you mean, eternity? Is he a twisted twin? Her brother's twisted twin. Maybe there was an Elias Clance. No. Yeah. Edward Clance Roottrees. Easy. Who are you? Can't find you. Twisted twin. I'll see you next time.